They threw him to the beast, expecting a corpse. Instead, he walked back with it as his pet. Keth Voxel shoved the human forward. The exile gate loomed ahead, its hydraulics groaning like a predator's yawn. Eli Mercer stumbled but caught himself, chains rattling around his wrists, record commencing. Keth barked into his wristcom. His voice echoed off the station's sterile corridors. Condemned prisoner Eli Mercer, human from Death World Earth, exiled per Overseer Selm's order. Crime: unauthorized salvage in restricted sectors. The human straightened. He scanned the gate with flat eyes. No panic, just assessment. Keth tightened his grip on the stun prod. Humans looked fragile. Soft skin, no natural armor, blunt teeth. Still, the arena would end him. Overseer Selm's voice crackled over the comm. Dispatch him. Let the pen teach what rules cannot. Keth punched the release. Chains snapped free. He prodded Eli through the gate. Cold air rushed up from the pit below. The Death World pen sprawled 50 meters down. Jagged rocks, thorn vines twisting like live wires, fog from geothermal vents blurring the edges, and somewhere in that haze, Rook, the apex stalker, wounded from its last capture, but twice the mass of this soft-skinned fool. Eli stepped to the edge without a word. No pleas, no curses. Jump, Keth ordered. The human did. Clean drop. Knees bent on impact. Dust billowed. Selm's face appeared on Keth's helmet feed, smug scales gleaming. Seal it. Keth slammed the hatch controls. Metal ground shut. Alarms blared confirmation. He activated the observation drones. Feeds split across his visor. Thermal, audio, wide angle. Station enforcers gathered in the control booth behind him, murmuring bets. 10 cycles max, one said. 5. Rook smells blood already. Keth zoomed in. They expected screams. Blood, the quick end that warned every outsider. Break station law. Face the pen. Eli didn't scream. The human ripped a strip from his shirt hem. Quick tear, no hesitation. He wrapped it tight around his left forearm, knotting it into a thick pad. Bite guard, like he'd done it before. Keth's frills twitched. What is he doing? Selin leaned into the booth feed, playing at survival. Pathetic. Rook will shred that rag in the arm beneath. Eli scanned the terrain. Head tilted, eyes flicking. High rock there. Bone shard half buried here, vine cluster blocking a path. He moved. Fast, scrambled up fractured stone to the tallest outcrop. 10 meters up, vantage over the whole pen. He wedged into a crevice, back to rock. A loose femur, some past victims, jutted from scree below. Eli dropped, snatched it, tested the weight. Solid club, 3 feet long, splintered and sharp. Keth's claws clicked on the console. He's claiming territory. Enforcers chuckled, like a pup against a hunter. Rook's thermals just lit up. Closing from the east vents, the beast emerged. Rook, 4 meters of coiled muscle. Obsidian scales scarred from plasma burns. 6 legs splayed for grip. Jaws lined with recurved fangs. 1 forelimb dragged, wound from the station's last hunt. It bellowed, a subsonic rumble that shook Keth's visor. Fog parted. Rook fixed on the high rock. Eli didn't flinch. He crouched low on his perch, club ready. Eyes locked on the beast. Steady. Charge it, an enforcer muttered. End this farce. Rook lunged. Claws gouged stone. It scaled the outcrop in 2 bounds, faster than any station drone. Jaws snapped at Eli's perch. The human rolled. Club cracked down on Rook's snout. Bone met scale. Crunch echoed through audio feed. Rook recoiled, blood flecking its maw, not deep, but it stung. Keth's vents cycled hot. He struck it, hit an apex stalker and lived. Selin's scales paled. Luck. Rook toys with prey. Eli didn't run. He dropped to a lower ledge, circled, used the height differential. Rook shook its head, circled back, snarled, pinned the human against thorn vines. Vines lashed barbed tips thirsty for blood. Eli ignored them. He faced Rook square, shoulders squared, free hand out, palm up, no weapon raised. Voice low, steady. Easy, big guy, not here to fight. Words meant nothing to Rook. The beast lunged again. Eli sidestepped. Club tapped Rook's wounded foreleg. Light, precise. Warning strike. Rook yelped. retreated 2 paces. Eli advanced, slow steps, hands still out. That's it. Back off. Keth replayed the tap, not a kill blow. A correction, like training a feral drone. Enforcers fell silent. One whispered, "He's dominating it." Rook tested again. Feinted left, struck right. Eli blocked with his padded arm. Fangs sank into the shirt wrap. Cloth tore, but skin held. Eli twisted, drove the club into Rook's shoulder joint. Beast released, staggered. Blood welled on Eli's arm. He didn't wince. Ripped another strip, rebound the bite deeper. Eyes never left Rook. "He's adapting," Keth said, treating the pen like a shift on his world. Seln snarled. "Impossible. Humans die to mild gravity shifts. This is a death world pen. Calibrated lethal." Rook paced now, not charging blind. Watching the human, Eli whistled, sharp two-toned. Pointed to the vine cluster. "Hunt there. Food trail." The beast tilted its massive head. Sniffed, prowled sideways, eyes flicking between Eli and the vines. Eli climbed back to his rock. Sat, club across knees, watched. Minutes ticked. Rook slashed the vines, uncovered a burrow. Fat rodents, scattering. Beast snapped 2, crunched them down. Wounded leg spared weight. Keth's frills flattened in shock. "It's listening." Seln barked orders. "Flood the pen. Force the kill." "Negative," Keth countered. Rules bound him. Observe, record, extract, only on order. Exile protocol holds till termination confirmed. The booth erupted in arguments. Keth ignored them. Zoomed thermal. Rook's heat signature shifted. Flanked Eli's rock now. Not predatory, guarding. Eli tossed a rodent carcass down. Rook caught it midair. Devoured. Licked chops. Settled at the rock's base. Human leaned over the edge. Scratched behind Rook's ear frills. Scaled ridges pulsing. Beast leaned in. Rumbled low. Content. Keth's prod slipped from numb claws. Pack bond. Cross-species. In a death world pen. "He's turned it," Keth murmured, the apex into an ally. Seln's voice cut sharp. "Extract them both. Now, before the council sees this." Alarms whooped, override codes flashing, but Rook's head snapped up first. Claws dug in. Eli stood, club ready. The gate began to cycle open. Rook growled. Eli placed a hand on its flank. Together, the beast pressed against him. United, Keth hit the emergency lock. Protocol be damned. This changed everything. Keth's frills snapped erect. Rook's fangs tore a gash across Eli Mercer's ribs, a glancing bite that sprayed blood across the ravine's dust. The human staggered, but he stayed on his feet. Eli twisted into the lunge, his improvised club, a splintered femur from some prior kill, rammed straight into the beast's shoulder joint. Bone met cartilage with a wet crunch. Rook bellowed, a seismic roar that shook the arena cams. The predator reared back, yellow eyes wild, wounded leg buckling further. Keth leaned into the console. "Impossible." Seln snarled from the booth's command throne. The vermin got lucky. "Flood the ravine now. End this farce." "Protocol." Keth shot back. His voice stayed level. Enforcer training held. Observe termination. No interference. The overseer slammed a claw on the override panel. Lights flickered. But Keth's security lockout held. For now. Minutes earlier, Eli had turned the arena against them. Keth rewound the feed in his mind. Thermal overlays burning fresh. The human had dropped from the exile chute barehanded into the death world pen stocked with Rook. 600 kilos of razor claws, venom barbs, and jaws that pulped alloy plating. Standard exile for disruptors. Humans broke first. Always. Eli hadn't run. He scavenged fast. Snapped a rodent skull for bait. Dragged a femur from a half-eaten carcass. Whistled sharp. Tossed the skull into a narrow ravine carved by flash floods. Single approach, 10 meters wide at the mouth, pinching to 2 at the rear. Walls sheared vertical, unclimbable without gear. Rook scented it, limped after. Old wound from a failed hunt, Keth noted. The beast's head low, frills flared. Apex instincts locked on easy prey. Eli slipped inside first, positioned at the bottleneck. Club ready. Keth had zoomed the cams then. Watched the human's chest rise steady. No panic sweat on thermal. Just calm. Selm had laughed. Watch it soil itself. Rook charged. Dust exploded. The beast covered 50 meters in 3 bounds, even lame. Claws gouged stone. Eli sidestepped, late. Fangs clipped ribs, shredding fabric and flesh. Blood welled hot. Keth's prod twitched. Humans folded under less. Station med bays overflowed with their kind after minor shocks. Eli didn't fold. He planted feet, ignored the spray, drove the bone home. Now, ravine haze cleared on screen. Rook thrashed, shoulder oozing black ichor around the embedded shard. Eli backed off smooth. No blind flight. He scooped arena dust, silica grit laced with venom-neutral salts, and hurled it full into the beast's eyes. Rook reared, paws swiping air, blinked furious. Venom sacs pulsed useless. Eli retreated. Not a sprint. Controlled climb up a fractured ledge overhanging the ravine end. High ground, 10 meters above. He pressed his side. Fingers dug into the bite, stemming red flow. Blood slicked his hand, dripped rhythmic. Keth's vents cycled hot. He's managing pain thresholds. Like it's routine, crew murmured. A tech's frill quivered. Deathworlder stock. But this? Sullen barked. Endurance means nothing. Rook adapts. Charges again. The beast shook its head. Grit clung to corneas. Rage boiled. It coiled, leg trembling but ignored. Launched upward, aimed for the ledge. Eli didn't flinch. He slowed his breaths. Chest barely moved. Eyes locked on Rook's. Human posture shifted. Shoulders square, free hand open, palm up. No club raised, dominant calm. Rook hit the wall mid-charge. Claws scrabbled. Momentum died halfway up. The ledge held. Eli waited. Keth punched analytics. Human vitals streamed. Pulse steady at 110. Pain spikes ignored. Adrenaline baseline for their frail frames. He's pacing it. Waiting the cycle. Beast dropped, panted heavy. Charge rhythm broken. Built for bursts, not marathons on injury. Flopped to ravine floor. Snapped at shadows. Eli watched. Minutes ticked. Keth's shift partner hissed, "It's over." Human wins. Quiet, Keth ordered. His own frills itched. Aliens like him mastered precision strikes, orbital enforcements, clean kills from afar. This, raw adaptation. Environment as weapon, pain as tool. Eli eased down, not rushed. Dropped to a lower outcrop. Exposed his wounded side. Deliberate. Pressed it again, breaths even deeper now. Sat cross-legged, club across knees. Rook tensed, growled low, but didn't lunge. The human waited. Sellen exploded. "Flood it! Gas! Anything! He's mocking us!" Negative. Keth's claws locked the panel. Exile rules. Natural termination. Council's watching feeds. Booth screens split. External streams live to the station hubs. Bets tallied high on quick death. Now comment spiked. Human stands. Rook yields. Keth zoomed thermal. Rook's heat pooled low, guarding the ravine mouth now. Not attacking, flanking Eli's perch. Eli moved, tossed a fresh-killed rodent, snagged from the burrow Rook had ignored earlier. Bait turned gift. Rook snatched it midair. Crunched, licked chops. Settled. Human leaned over. Hand extended slow. Scratched behind ear frills. Scaled ridges pulsing blue. Beast leaned in, rumbled. Content. Keth's prod clattered to the deck. Pack bond. He's rewritten it. Seln's eyes bulged. Extract. Both. Before, alarms whooped. Override flashed, but Rook snapped up first. Claws dug. Eli stood. Club ready. Gate cycled. Eli placed hand on flank. Together? Rook pressed close. United. Keth smashed the emergency lock. Protocol shattered. Seln whirled. Voxel treason. Keth met his glare. This changes enforcement. Humans don't break. They bond. Gate ground shut. Rook growled approval. Eli nodded, once, to the cam. To Keth. Station feeds erupted. Bets voided. Council channels lit. Keth exhaled. One human. One beast. Deathworld arena claimed. But exile? Reversed. Sellen stabbed comms. Detain Voxal. Keth stood. Prude reclaimed. Log it, crew. Human capability, apex ally in hours. Doors hissed. Armed enforcers piled in. Eli and Rook paced the pen below, back to back. Ready. Keth raised claws. Peace-bind. Stand down. Observe the new protocol. Enforcers hesitated. Screens showed it. Human blood dried on Rook's fur. Shoulder bones still lodged. Untended. Bond sealed. Selen shrieked, "You fool! They're Deathworlders." Keth turned to the feed. Eli scratched Rook again. Beast purred. "Yes," Keth said, "and we're not." Council override pinged. Not extraction. Assessment. Livestream. Human Apex partnership confirmed. Station quaked with chatter. Keth's frills relaxed. Ellie Mercer lived. Adapted. Turned sentence to strength. Keth smiled. Rare for his kind. Time to report truth. Enforcers parted. Selm slumped. Below, man and monster waited. Partners, but gates trembled anew. Next protocol test incoming. Keth hit record. Incident 047. Exile fails. Human resilience exceeds projections. Rook's eyes met the cam. Locked on Keth. Challenge accepted. Eli grinned up, waved. Keth waved back. First contact. Arena style. Booth fell silent. Era shifted. Deathworlders rose. Eli hurled his last ration bar across the arena dust. Keth Voxel leaned into the security booth's main feed. The human's arm snapped forward like a whip. The bar skidded to a halt 5 meters from the beast. Rook, that's what the logs would name it later, lifted its massive head. Wounded shoulder oozed black ichor around the jutting bone shard. 8 legs tensed. Claws gouged stone. Keth's frills stiffened. Crew, zoom sector 3. Confirm? He's feeding it? Tex muttered confirmations. Bets flickered across side screens. 10-1 the Predator lunged. 20-1 Eli died screaming. Keth logged the odds. Standard exile protocol. Deathworlders didn't share meals. They claimed kills. Rook sniffed the bar. Jaws parted, revealing fangs like hull shears. Eli stood empty-handed. No weapon. No retreat. Just watched. The beast snatched the ration. Crunched once. Swallowed. Eyes locked on Eli. Golden slits narrowing. Keth exhaled static. Human forfeit. Predator primed. But Eli didn't flinch. He dropped to a crouch. Mirrored Rook's low stance. Center of gravity sank. Knees bent. Shoulders rolled forward. Steady eye contact held. No blink. No fear sweat. Rook froze. Mid-shoe posture shifted. Ears flicked. Not attack. Assessment. Keth's claws tapped console. Behavioral anomaly. Replay posture sync. Feed looped. Human copied apex form perfect. Deathworld predator from Eli's origin logs. Earth felinoid. Pack hunter variant. But this? Cross-species mimicry. Rookie enforcers whispered. It's submitting? No. Rook circled. Slow. Eli pivoted to match. Never broke gaze. Arena winds howled, kicking grit. Keth tasted ozone from overtaxed vents. Minutes ticked. 5, 10. Rook halted. Shoulder wound wept. Eli's arm, gashed from earlier rockfall, dripped red onto stone. Eli broke eye contact first, scooped a jagged rock, wiped his own blood clean, precise strokes, no wince. Then he gouged a shallow depression in the slab, cupped water from his canteen, poured slow. Rook's nostrils flared, thirst overrode rage. The beast dragged forward, drank from Eli's offering. Tongue rasped, stone. Keth stabbed record. Log. Human de-escalates via resource equity. Injury self-triage ignored. Predator hydration accepted. Overseer Seln's voice crackled comms. Voxel. End feed. Exile proceeds to termination. Negative, Overseer. Observation mandate. Keth muted her. Screens showed Rook's tail uncurl. First sign. Eli straightened, extended a hand, palm up, fingers loose. Spoke low. Feed picked fragments. Easy there. Good hunt. Rook tolerated touch. Eli's fingers brushed fur, probed shoulder. Beast growled. Deep subsonic. Eli held, pushed the bone shard free with a crack. Keth winced. Human skin split wider. Blood sprayed. Eli bound the gash with his shirt tail. No tools. Just pressure and knot. Analgesic tolerance, Keth noted. Pain response minimal. Rook shook, stood taller. Tested limb, then nosed Eli's side. Not bite, nuzzle. Eli grinned, tapped the ground twice, sharp rhythm. Rook, that's you. Follow. The beast dipped head, matched the tap with a paw. Keth's frills flared full. Naming protocol initiated. Pack command established. Arena speakers blared. Exile hour 3. Termination overdue. Gates rumbled. Secondary hazard release. Drone swarm. Insectoids. Venom barbs. Standard cull for stragglers. Rook surged. Eli vaulted onto its back. Gripped fur. Beast leaped. 8 legs blurred. Claws shredded first drone midair. Eli swatted another. Bare hands crushed chitin. Keth punched override. Arena safeties engage. Human predator tandem viable. Drones buzzed retreat. Feeds erupted. Bets voided. Council channels lit. 1 human. 1 beast. Death World Arena claimed. Seln stabbed comms. Security teams to booth. Detain Voxel. Keth stood. Prod reclaimed from rack. Logit crew. Human capability. Apex ally in hours. Doors hissed open. Armed enforcers piled in. 6. Plasma lances hot. Below, Eli and Rook paced the pen, back to back. Eli's hand rested on Rook's flank. Beast's eyes scanned up, locked on booth glass. Keth raised claws in peace bind. Stand down, observe the new protocol. Enforcers hesitated. Primary feed looped. Human blood dried on Rook's fur. Shoulder wound clotted clean. Bond sealed. Seln shrieked from override link. You fool, they're Death Worlders. Keth turned to the feed. Eli scratched Rook's ear. Beast purred. Rumble shook cams. Yes, and we're not. Council override pinged, not extraction. Assessment protocol. Live stream authorized. Human Apex partnership confirmed. Station quaked with chatter. Hull vents hummed overload. Keth's frills relaxed. Rare calm. Eli Mercer lived. Adapted. Turned sentence to strength. Keth smiled. Rare for his kind. Time to report truth. Enforcers parted ranks. Selin slumped in her remote feed. Status crest limp. Below, man and monster waited. Partners. Gates trembled anew. Next protocol test incoming. Armed assessment drone. Per regs. Keth hit record. Incident 047. Exile fails. Human resilience exceeds projections. Rook's eyes met the cam. Locked on Keth. Challenge gleamed. Eli glanced up, grinned. Waved once. Keth waved back. First contact. Arena style. Booth fell silent. Era shifted. Death Worlders rose. But Seld's voice clawed through mute. Voxel. You log this as partnership? Council demands separation test. Now, Keth eyed the gates. Drones hummed to life. Eli tensed below. Rook growled low. Confirmed. Keth replied. Observe. The first drone dropped. Rook pounced. Eli rode high. Fist cocked. Keth gripped console. This changed enforcement. Forever. Drone exploded in sparks. Rook landed clean. Eli whooped. Raw. Triumphant. Feeds spiked. Galaxy watched. Selin cut link. Silent defeat. Keth exhaled. Crew. Prep med bays. Partners incoming. Eli tapped ground. Rook followed. Toward gates. They breached outer ring. Together. Keth signaled unlock. Welcome protocol active. Man and beast stepped free. Arena dust clung. Bond unbreakable. Station alarms quieted. Whispers spread. Humans recruit Death Worlds. Keth followed them out. Prod holstered. No need. Eli nodded his way. Officer, got room for 2? Keth's translator pinged affirmative. Doc 7, quarters assigned. Rook eyed him. Sniffed. Accepted. Seln's final ping. Reassessment mandatory. Keth ignored. Walked beside. Human pace. Steady. Enduring. Council would learn. Or break. Eli clapped Keth's shoulder. Name's Eli. This here's Rook. Hungry? Keth nodded. Shared rations now? Adaptive. Station evolved. Death Worlders led. Gates sealed behind. Next exile queued. But not today. Keth logged final. Human normalcy. Extraordinary alliance. Rook purred approval. Eli laughed. Told ya, Just pack. Overseer Selen stabbed the console. Second release, force the spectacle. Keth Voxel gripped his station. Arena feeds flickered across his screens. Below, Eli Mercer crouched low beside Rook. The human's hand stayed steady on the beast's flank. Dust swirled from the first drone's wreckage. Sparks died in the sand. New gates groaned open. A hulking drone twice the size of the first rumbled out. Quad blades whirred to life. Plasma vents glowed red. It locked onto the pair. Arena crowd feeds spiked. Station bets poured in. Human dead in 10 seconds. Keth's mandibles clicked. Protocol demanded quick death. Eli should crumple, but the human scanned the drone. Nodded once. Rook's ears flattened. Muscles coiled under scarred hide. Ellen leaned into the comm. Voxel, confirm kill shot imminent. Log the frailty. Affirmative, Keth said. His claws tapped data. Heartbeat monitors showed Eli's pulse steady. Human normal. Too normal. The drone charged. Treads chewed arena floor. Blades spun faster. Rook growled deep. Eli clicked his tongue. 2 sharp bursts. Keth zoomed the feed. The beast responded. Instant. Rook peeled left, circling wide. Eli shifted right. Exposed himself. Bait. Seln barked. What idiocy. He's drawing it. Drone pivoted. Locked Eli. Plasma cannon primed. Human sprinted forward. Faint. Dove low. Sand sprayed. Rook exploded from flank. Claws raked the drone's side. Metal screamed. Exposed joints buckled. The beast latched on, jaws crunching servos. Keth's console pinged overload. Drone alarms wailed. Eli rolled clear, grabbed a shard from the first wreck, jammed it into the cannon port. Explosion rocked the arena. Flames bloomed. Rook rode the blast, fur singed but grip iron. Tore free as the machine toppled. Selen slammed his podium. Overkill. Pull the beast! Rook lunged again, jaws wide for the kill. Drone twitched. Still live. Eli whistled sharp, stepped in. Hand shot to Rook's scruff, yanked back. Firm, no fear. The beast froze, mid-leap, growled once, sat. Tongue lolled, waited. Keth stared. Feeds captured every frame. Human stopped apex predator. With a touch. Pack command, not force. Station chatter erupted. Did the beast obey? Human tamed it? Bets flipped. Feeds hit galaxy peaks. Selen's face twisted. Impossible. Voxel. Drones show malfunction. Keth logged raw. Negative. Cross-species bond confirmed. Human dominance via calm assertion. Eli patted Rook's head. Beast leaned in. Purr rumbled through mics. Human grinned. Dust streaked. Sweat slick. Wiped brow. Stood tall. Keth exhaled slow. Enforcement shifted. Rules bent. Human treated Deathworld beast like shipyard mutt. Basic. Instinctive. Crowd roar built. Arena lights pulsed victory. But Selen killed the public feed. Private channel pinged Keth. Log as fluke. Prep separation. Council watches. Acknowledged. Keth watched Ellie tap ground. Rook followed. Precise. They paced the ring's edge. Unbroken. Station enforcers shifted at their posts. Whispers hit Keth's comms. Deathworlder recruits Deathworlder. Humans built for this. Keth pulled arena schematics. Gates primed for exit. Protocol allowed survivor release. Rare. Never. With beast. Eli looked up. Straight at the nearest cam, nodded. Casual, like hailing a dock crew. Keth hit unlock signal. Sand gates hissed. Rook sniffed air. Eli clapped its shoulder. Easy, big guy. Food next. Cell's override buzzed. Halt! Voxel, you defy. Survivor protocol active. Keth cut in. Bond intact. No threat. Drone wreckage. Smoked. Arena cleared itself. Bots swarmed debris. Eli and Rook stepped toward gates. Tandem stride. Human pace set rhythm. Beast matched. Keth stood. Grabbed prod from rack. Unnecessary. Left it. Followed feeds to exit ramp. Selen stormed the security deck. Scales flushed red. This undermines order. Exiles die. Warnings stick. Keth met his glare. Observed outcome. Adaptation. Human resilience turns predator ally. Resilience. Selen spat. Luck. Separate them. Test true. Keth's console lit. Incoming ping from Council Relay. Voxel. Log partnership. Demand separation test. Now. Eli tensed below. Eli tensed below. Rook growled low. Confirmed, he replied. Observe. Seln triggered it. Single drone dropped from ceiling vents. Smaller. Test probe. Armed with tranq darts. Rook pounced first. Eli vaulted onto its back, rode high. Fist cocked, connected clean. Drone sparked out midair. Keth gripped console tighter. This changed everything. Enforcement rewrote. Arena feeds reignited. Public override failed. Galaxy watched live. Eli whooped. Raw triumph. Rook landed smooth. Shook off dark grays. Selin cut his own link. Silent. Defeated. Keth exhaled. Crew. Prep medbays. Partners. Incoming. Eli tapped ground twice. Rook followed. Toward gates. They breached outer ring. Together. Keth signaled full unlock. Welcome protocol active. Man and beast stepped free. Arena dust clung to them. Bond sealed in fire and fang. Station alarms quieted. Whispers spread. Humans recruit death worlds. Keth holstered his unused prod. Walked the ramp to meet them. Eli nodded his way. Officer, got room for two? Translator pinged. Keth's mandibles parted. Dock 7. Quarters assigned. Rook eyed him, sniffed close. Claws flexed, then backed off. Accepted. Seltzen's final ping. Reassessment, mandatory. Keth ignored it. Matched their pace. Human steady. Enduring. Eli clapped Keth's shoulder, grip firm. Name's Eli. This here's Rook. Hungry? Keth nodded.
Shared rations. Adaptive protocol.
Mess hall en route. Rook purred low. Eli laughed. Told ya. Just pack. Station evolved around them. Deathworlders led. Gates sealed behind. Next exile queued in holds. But not today. Keth logged final entry. Human normalcy. Extraordinary alliance. Council would reassess. Or break trying. Eli glanced back. That overseer gonna be trouble? Keth clicked affirmative. Status demands denial. Figures. Eli shrugged, scratched Rook's ear. Beast leaned heavy. We handle it. Pack way. Keth watched the pair. Human humble. Beast lethal. Together unstoppable. Security feeds updated. Bets closed. Station shifted to Alliance watch. Seln's office went dark. One down. Keth led on. New protocol forming. Human led. Dock 7 loomed. Quarters wide. Med scans first. Rook sniffed bunks. Approved. Curled massive. Eli dropped gear. Crew rations any good? Optimized. Keth passed pack. Watched human divide shares. Rook first. Bond in action. Simple. Profound. Station hummed alive. Whispers to roars. Humans are space orcs. Keth added log note. Endurance bonds death worlds. Eli chewed. Grinned. Round 2 tomorrow? Keth's translator buzzed query, but he understood. If council pushes. Good. Eli fist bumped air. Rook mimicked paw tap. Keth's mandibles spread. First laugh in cycles. Alliance grew. Far decks, exile stirred. Next test waited, but pack held. Unbreakable. Keth Voxel gripped his stun rifle tighter. The arena feed showed the human, Ellie Mercer, striding toward the sealed hatch. No panic, no wounds, just steady steps, shadowed by the massive bulk of Rook. A rhythmic knock echoed through the metal. Tap tap, pause, tap tap tap. Human code, casual, like calling a shipmate to dinner. Keth's mandibles clicked in alarm. Protocol demanded remote scans first. Verify no biothreats. Exile pens stayed locked until decon cleared, but the council chamber buzzed with Overseer Sellen's voice. Open it. Prove the spectacle ends. Keth overrode the lock. Protocol shattered. His claw hit the release. The gate hissed open. Eli stepped out first, hands visible. Empty. Rook loomed at his heel. 6 legs planted firm, quills flat. The apex predator's eyes locked on Keth's rifle barrel. No charge. Just watch. Keth leveled the stun rifle at the beast. Back it off, human. Now. Eli raised one hand. Calm. Easy. He's healed. He reached into his pocket, pulled out a jagged bone shard. 2 meters long, etched with arena kill marks, handed it over like contraband from a bar brawl. Proof. 1 kill. Clean. Keth snatched the bone, scanned it midair. Rook's DNA. Fresh. The beast had torn its own packmate apart, standard Death World rage. Then, submitted, guards flanked in, rifles up. "Shoot the pet!" One lunged forward. Baton raised at Rook's flank. The beast exploded. Jaws snapped inches from the guard's arm. Quills flared. It pivoted, slamming its body between Eli and the squad. Blocked the human completely. Growl rumbled deep. Not attack. Guard. Stand down, Keth barked. His rifle stayed on Rook, but his voice cracked protocol again. All of you. The guard retreated. Pale frills quivering. Eli whistled sharp. 1 note. Rook eased back. Sat. Quills folded. Heel perfect. Keth's translator buzzed. Station feeds lit up. Bets crashed. Impossible, someone whispered over comms. Log it. Cell snarled from the chamber feed. Human trick. Drug collar hidden. Dissect the beast later. Eli scratched Rook's jaw ridge. The predator leaned in. Purr vibrated the deck. No tricks. Pack sense. He was wounded. Lost his lead. Needed one. Keth lowered his rifle a fraction. Scanned. Eli. Heart rate steady. Adrenaline normal for humans. Elevated, not spiked. No chems. No implants. You tamed a Death World alpha. In hours. Eli shrugged. Handled worse on freighters. Ship cat's bigger attitude. He eyed the bone in Keth's claw. That his old boss. Snapped clean. Now he's mine. Mine. Human word. Possessive. But Rook's posture screamed loyalty. Pack bond. Keth's species' new alliances, enforced by law. This? Organic. Raw. Move, Keth ordered. Goal clear, extract to holding. Conflict brewed in Seln's denial. He waved guards back, led the pair down the corridor. Rook matched Eli's stride, nose tested air vents. Growled at a flickering light panel. Quiet, Eli murmured. Paw tapped the beast's shoulder. Silence. Station crew gawked from doorways. Frills flared in shock. Deathworlder leads Deathworlder? Keth logged as they walked. Exile Eli Mercer. Arena survival via Predator Alliance. No tech. Behavioral dominance. His mandibles itched. Humans from Deathworlds. Earth logs called it normal. Pack handling basic. Orc space myths whispered louder now. Selden's voice cut comms. Voxel. Quarantine them. Human psyops. Council votes execution. Keth's claw tightened on the rifle. Negative, Overseer. Scans clear. Beast non-aggressive under human Q. Pause. Then, insolence. Dockside holding only. I oversee personally. Dock 7, wide bays, reinforced for cargo beasts. Keth rerouted. Goal shifted. Secure quarters before Selen arrived. Airlocks sealed behind. Rook. Sniffed bunks. Massive frame circled once. Curled on the largest pad. Approved. Eli dropped his gear sack. Rifled through. Pulled ration packs. Divided 3 ways. Rook first. Beast tore in neat. Keth passed a med scanner. Full check. Protocol. Eli submitted. No flinch. Rook watched. Still. Scans beeped clean. Human vitals peaked for endurance, not exhaustion. You're built wrong, Keth muttered. Arena chews enforcers like me in days. Eli grinned. Chewed his share. Deathworld kid. Dad ran hull beasts. Mom fixed cryo failures. This? He nodded at Rook. Tuesday. Rook purred agreement. Nudged Eli's leg for seconds. Keth's log updated. Human resilience. Treats Apex as pet. Endurance bonds Apex. Alarms pinged. Selen's shuttle docked. Heavy steps echoed. Overseer Selen stormed in. Status robes pristine. 4 enforcers trailed. Stunners hot. Voxel. Separate the human. Beast to vivisect. Rook rose. Quills half raised. Growl built. Eli stepped forward. Hand on the beast's neck. Calm dominance. No. Selzen's eyes narrowed. Exile. You died in there. This illusion ends. Eli held the bone shard. Keth had returned it, tossed it at Sel's feet. Read the marks. Rook killed fair. Chose me after. Selman kicked it aside. Lies. Humans weak. Underestimated? No. Fraud. Keth positioned between. Rifle low. Scans verify Overseer. Alliance genuine. Station law. Viable bonds exempt exile. Seln's frills pulsed rage. Council defers to me. Disarm the pet. A guard advanced. Stunner whined charge. Rook lunged. Not full. Warning snap. Guard yelped back. Eli whistled. Rook halted. Blocked him again. Body shield. Enough! Keth raised his voice. First defiance logged. Alliance holds. Per Protocol 7.2. Cross-species packs protected. Selm froze. You break rank for this, Orc? Keth met his gaze. Fact. Human normalcy extraordinary. We log it. Or lose bets, station-wide. Crew feeds murmured agreement. Bets reopened. Alliance versus Authority. Selin retreated a step. Council reconvenes. Dawn cycle. He stormed out. Enforcers followed. They quieted. Rook settled. Eli exhaled. Trouble? Keth clicked affirmative. Status demands denial. Figures. Eli shrugged, scratched Rook's ear. Beast leaned heavy. We handle it. Pack way. Keth watched. Human humble. Beast lethal. Together, unstoppable. Security feeds updated. Bets surged. Station shifted. Quarters secure, Keth said. Past extra packs. Crew rations optimized. Eli divided shares. Rook first. Bond, simple, profound. Station hummed. Whispers grew. Humans are space orcs. Keth logged. Endurance spawns death worlds. Eli chewed. Grinned. Round 2 tomorrow? Keth's translator buzzed. But he got it. If Council pushes, Eli fist bumped air. Rook paw tapped mimic. Keth's mandibles spread. First laugh in cycles. Far decks stirred. Exiles watched feeds. Next test loomed. But pack held. Dock alarms blared. New exile shuttle inbound. Council feed crackled. Selm's voice. Double the arena. Prove humans break. Keth gripped his rifle. Eli stood. Rook rose. Alliance tested. Now, Overseer Selm slammed his console. Confiscate that vermin. Handlers. Shock prods. Full charge. Secure the beast now. Keth Voxel stiffened at his security post. Drones hummed overhead in the docking bay. Feeds from the arena still looped. The human Eli Mercer, emerging scarred but alive, leashed to the massive predator they called Rook. Station bets had crashed. Crew chittered in confusion. Humans broke. Always. Handlers charged forward. 4 of them. Armored in shockweave. Prods crackling blue arcs. Rook growled low, a rumble that vibrated deck plates. The beast's spines bristled, eyes locked on the threat. Eli stepped in front, planted boots wide. Gripped the leash tight. Back off, Eli said. Voice steady. No shout. Just fact. Handler lead snarled through his visor. Step aside, exile. Protocol 4-9. Apex predators impounded. Eli didn't budge. Body blocked the path. One hand raised calm. Other held leash slack. Rook tensed beside him, but stayed. He's with me. We earned it. Keth's mandibles clicked. He tapped his wrist panel, rerouted 3 security drones midair. They banked sharp, lenses whirring to full record. Base speakers blared. Public feed active. All personnel standby. Crew froze. Holoscreens flickered on station-wide. Bets paused. Eyes turned. Selin whirled. Voxel. Stand down those drones. Protocol 7-1, Keth replied. Rifle stayed low, but grip firm. Unprecedented events documented. Human orc bond arena logged. We verify. Handlers hesitated. Prods hummed louder. Lead lunged for the leash. Rook exploded forward. Massive paws slammed the handler to the deck, pinned him chest down. Jaws hovered inches from neck. No bite. Just pressure. Handler thrashed. Armor sparked useless. Easy, Rook, Eli commanded. Voice dropped low, even. Leash tugged once. Rook's ears flicked. Beast released. Stepped back precise. Sat at Eli's heel. Tail thumped once. Bay gasped. Crew mandibles dropped. Keth's sensors spiked. Heart rates tripled across feeds. The handler scrambled up. Prod dropped. Shaking. Selm's crest flared red. Impossible. Sedate it. Triple prods. No, Eli said, scratched Rook's flank casual. Beast leaned in, rumbling content. We pack now. You poke, he reacts. My call. Keth advanced. Rifle scanned Rook. Vitals, stable. No rage markers. Cross-species sync at 87%. Unheard of. Overseer. Drones confirm. Beast obeys human. Arena packed holds. Handlers circled wary. Prods raised but fingers hovered. One whispered. It listened to the orc. Selm barked into comms. Council! Emergency session! This filth defies. Public feed zoomed. Eli met lenses calm. Dust from Arena still caked his shipsuit. Scars fresh across knuckles. Human grinned faint. Told you, basic handling. Crew erupted. Chitters swelled. Bets reopen. Human holds. Space Orcs reel. Station economy tilted. Keth's panel buzzed. Wagers flooded in. Sellen slashed air. Voxel, remove them. Quarantine the human. Keth clicked negative. Alliance logged. Protocol 7.2 protects cross-species pacts. Arena survivor rights invoke. You break rank for this, orc? Cell's voice cracked. Keth met his gaze. Mandibles firm. Fact, human normalcy extraordinary. We log it or lose bets station-wide. Crew feeds murmured agreement. Bets surged. Alliance versus authority. Selm retreated a step. Crest dimmed. Council reconvenes. Dawn cycle. He stormed out. Enforcers trailed. Bay quieted. Rook settled beside Eli. Eli exhaled slow. Rubbed the beast's ear. Rook leaned heavy. Eyes half-lidded. Trouble? Eli asked Keth. Keth clicked affirmative. Passed ration packs from his belt. Status demands denial. Optimized for 3. Eli divided shares. Rook first. Tore into dried slabs neat. Eli chewed next. Offered Keth 1. Crew? Keth accepted. Human gesture simple, efficient. Quarters secure. Far deck. Feeds watch. Eli nodded. Fist bumped air. Rook paw tapped mimic. Keth's mandibles spread. Erst laugh in cycles. Dock alarms blared sudden. New exile shuttle inbound. Council feed crackled live. Selton's voice. Double the arena. Prove humans break. Keth gripped rifle. Eli stood. Rook rose fluid. Claws scraped deck. Alliance tested. Now, Keth led them down corridor. Drones trailed discreet. Station hummed tense. Whispers chased orc. Tamed deathworlder. Endurance bonds worlds. Eli walked easy. Rook matched stride. No chain needed. Handlers watched from alcoves. Prods holstered. Quarters hatch hissed open. Basic cell, bunk, water recycler, feed screen. Keth reinforced lock. Safe. Council dawn. Eli dropped pack. Rook curled in corner. Filled half the space. They doubling down? New exile? Keth checked feeds. Shuttle manifest. Another human. Female. Ship hand class. Yes. Arena expanded. 2 beasts. Prove break. Eli snorted, sat cross-legged by Rook. Beast head in lap. Standard. Deathworld drill. We adapt. Keth lingered at hatch, watched. Human stroked spines gentle. Rook purred. Vibration shook walls. No fear. Pure sync. Why? Keth asked. Translator buzzed soft. Eli shrugged. Pack. Cues. Calm dominance. He was wounded in pit. Chose me back. Fingered old scar on arm. Earth stuff. Normal. Keth logged it silent. Human resilience. Arena death world. Apex mall. Ons instead. Aliens. Engineered for order. Humans. Chaos forged. Alarms peaked. Shuttle docked. Cheers erupted distant. Bets reopened triple. Keth sealed hatch. Rifle slung. Rest. Dawn fight. Eli grinned. Round 2. Packway. Corridors cleared as Keth patrolled. Overseer Seln's office glowed. Council murmurs leaked. Humans orcs. Station myth. Keth's panel pinged. Anonymous wager. Alliance wins double arena. He held. Far decks stirred. Exiles tuned feeds. New human unloaded. Chained. Defiant. Second beast crated. Snarling. Seln's plan. Pit them separate. Break bonds. Keth clicked doubt. Eli's calm replayed. Rooks obey. Station shifted. Humans no joke. Dawn neared. Keth gripped post. Watched feeds. Pack held. But doubled. Test true. Shuttle ramp dropped. New human scanned bay. Eyes sharp. Spotted Rook's drone shadow. Nodded faint. Council feed. Arena preps. Orcs versus beasts. Break them. Keth forwarded log to Selm. Protocol holds. Bonds protected. Silence. Then. Voxel. Stand by. Rook's growl echoed feeds. Eli's voice overlaid. We ready. Alliance roared alive. Bets maxed. Station held breath. New exile marched in. Handlers prodded. She ignored. Glanced Cam. Who's got the big guy? Crew laughed. Keth's mandibles twitched. Humans bonded fast. Death world trait. Arena gates groaned open distant. Double size. Two pits merged. Selen appeared on Fedar, crest high. Witness. Orcs fall. Eli Selcam. He rose. Rook flanked. Fist clenched. Keth shouldered rifle. Headed bay. Round 2 launched. New human. Lyra Kane. Dragged to holding. Andler shoved. She planted feet. Easy. I bite back. Rook perked ears. Eli chuckled through vents. Keth arrived. Scanned her. Deathworld scars matched Eli's. Tough stock. Selen broadcast. Pits merge dawn. Bonds shatter. Lyra eyed Keth. Your beast? Keth clicked. Alliance. She grinned. Good. Pack up. Handlers flinched. Prods sparked warning. Keth rerouted drones again. Public feed live. Council balked. Bets exploded. Selden roared, contain. Too late. Whispers peaked. Space Orcs unite. Dawn broke. Arena called. Keth Voxel's mandibles clicked as he hit submit. The report beamed to Central Command. Subject Rook contained by a bonded human. Eli Mercer. No alternatives viable. Recommend indefinite assignment. Arena feed still looped behind his console. Eli striding out. Rook at heel. Lyra Kane trailing with a fresh scar across her knuckles. Merged pits emptied. Handlers retreated. Bets crashed the grid. Selen's calm crackled. Voxel. Explain this farce. Keth straightened. Protocol. Overseer. Human proved dominant. Rook responds only to him. Ridiculous. Reclassify the beast as cargo. Exile the orc. Denied. Keth forwarded the report. Containment breach risk elevates without Mercer. Logs attached. Silence. Stretched. Then. Summon him. Bay 7. Now. Keth rose. Rifle slung easy. He pinged Eli's cell. Overseer requests negotiation. Bring Rook. Footfalls echoed down the corridor. Eli appeared first. Shoulders loose. Rook's massive flank brushing his leg. The predator's eyes locked on Keth. No growl. Just assessment. Eli scratched under its jaw. Purred. Let's talk terms. Lyra lingered back, arms crossed, watching drones. Keth nodded her through a side door. One crisis chained to another. Bay 7 bulkheads hummed. Selen waited at the contract console. Crest flared high. 2 enforcers flanked him. Prods charged. Eli entered without pause. Rook padded in, filling half the space. Spines relaxed. Human. Selen's voice sliced. Sign as handler, beast as cargo. Standard exile wage. Eli scanned the hollow contract. No. Rook's crew. Bonded partner. 50% hazard pay. Split. Full station access. Selden's crest spiked. Impossible. Predator's ship frozen. You die in pits. Already didn't. Eli tapped the arena log. Rook leaned into his side, rumbling low. We hunt together. You need that. Station feeds prove it. Keth stepped forward. Data supports. Rook neutralized 3 drones pre-bond. Post. 0 incidents. Enforcers shifted. Rook's head swung. They froze. Selm hissed. Orc tricks. Humans break. This one will too. Eli met his gaze. Flat. Sign or test it. Your call. Mandibles ground. Selen jabbed the pad. Terms flipped. Bonded crew. Hazard scale 7. Mercer lead. Eli thumbed the seal. Done. Rook? The beast huffed, paw tapping the secondary pad. Bioscan pinged green. Keth logged the update. Containment solved. Station secure. Selm leaned in. One slip, human. Pits reopen. Your pet first. Eli holstered his tool belt. Turned for the hatch. Walk it off, boss. Rook followed, tail low and steady. No bait taken. Keth suppressed a click of respect. Concourse access granted. Keth trailed at regulation distance. Public feeds lit up. Orc and beast loose. Eli hit the main drag. Rook matched stride. Shoulders rolling like docking clamps. Crowd thickened. Traders, techs, off-world haulers. Voices buzzed. Corpse walker. Pet. That's containment breach. A Vexari merchant blocked path. Spines out. Back. Filth. Eli didn't slow. Excuse us, Rook growled once. Deep. The Vexari stumbled aside. Ripples spread. Traders veered. Tech carts reversed. A cluster of Keth's own enforcers parted ranks. Salutes snapping. One whispered, Space Orcs pack now. Eli nodded to Keth over his shoulder. Clear path. Good. Half the concourse gaped empty behind them. Rook's claws clicked rhythm proud. Cameras whirred overhead. Sellen's calm burned Keth's belt. Incoming rage. Keth ignored it, watched Eli vanish into the throng. Beast bonded tight. Station shifted underfoot. Lyra peeled off from a side alley, falling in step beside Eli. Her grin flashed. Pack grows. Dawn feeds replayed the arena merge. Pits fused into one kill zone. Handlers dumped Lyra center. Fresh exile. Scars raw from her shipyard brawl. Prod sparked her ribs. She rolled. Came up fists ready. Rook paced the far gate. Eli's hand firm on its crest. Wait Q, Eli murmured. Seln's voice boomed station-wide. Witness. Orcs shatter. Gates crashed open. Arena flooded drones. 6 Apex drones, cloned from Rook's line, spines whirring. Lyra dodged first strike, grabbed a loose chain from the pit floor, whipped it into a drone's eye cluster. Sparks flew. Eli whistled sharp. Rook lunged, claws sheared drone plating. Eli vaulted its back, knife flashing into joints. Lyra laughed mid-swing. Big dogs got moves. Drones swarmed. One pinned Lyra. She kneed its underbelly, chain wrapping throat. Eli dropped from Rook, stomped its power core. Crunch. Rook barreled through 2 more. Eli scooped a fallen prod, jammed it live into the last pair. Arena smoked. Sellen cut feed early. Enough, but Keth saw. Humans adapted. Bonded cross-species. Deathworld edge. Back in bay, post-contract. Keth reviewed scans. Rook's vitals synced to Ellie's pulse now. Neural echo. Pack link. Dad Eli paused at hatch. End the fact. Next exile? Keth checked roster. 3 pending. Non-death world. Eli scratched Rook's ear. Wheel handle. Lyra snorted from the corridor. Orc work. Selton stormed in then, crest rigid. Voxel. Revoke access. Keth blocked console. Contract. Sealed. Breach logs yours. Sellen jabbed a claw at Eli. You. Kneel. Accept cargo status or Pitts solo. Eli zipped his jumpsuit. Pass. Stepped past, Rook shadowing. Sellen lunged verbal. Coward. Beastbait. Eli didn't twitch. Hatch cycled shut. Keth's mandibles parted. Human walked traps like air. Concourse run confirmed it. Feeds spiked. They clear for him. One trader pinged Keth private. Enforcer. That human. Hire him permanent? Keth typed back. Processing. Rook's growl echoed faint through vents. Eli's voice overlaid. Crew quarters. Move out. Selden's override pinged all enforcers. Isolate the orc. Keth deleted it. Protocol held. Dason whispered change. Humans turned exile to edge. Lyra synced with them now. Stride matching. Pack Q. Keth shouldered rifle. Followed at distance. Arena dawn. Broke protocols wide.